Jason, I thought you was a little bit out of order on Wales, mate. You've gone a bit far there, you know, and I think they deserve a bit of an apology.
I mean, they don't. They don't deserve any kind of... They don't. Honestly, look. Qatar, we knew they were going to struggle, right? If Qatar weren't there... I'm saying now, Wales were the worst side in this tournament. Worst side. Qatar, we know we're going to be bad. Imagine that. Imagine being the worst side at a major tournament. It's taken you 110 years to get you. I worked out I'll be 130 next time they rock up to the next tournament, something like that.
What, are they going to get there in a couple of years, are they?
100. Oh, it's very good. It's very good. Yeah, well, touche. But look, honestly. So here's the thing. I got a lot of a stick. I got a lot of flack for saying I want to knock Wales out, and we did. I'm delighted. I wanted them home. There's nothing against the Welsh people. I just don't want my rivals doing any better than my nation, right? And they were giving it the big one about they're going to do this to us, they're going to do that. The Welsh they've been way too cocky. And right now, I'm glad they feel the way they do. They must be sitting there now thinking, my God, how stupid was I back then?
Do you think Gareth Bale should retire from international football?
I don't want to tell Gareth Bale what to do. He's been a wonderful, wonderful footballer. He's had a brilliant career. He will know whether it's time. It feels like if Wales need to move forward and the country wants to move forward, I think they have to. A little bit like when Wayne Rooney was moved aside by Gareth in the first squad, in the first team.
David Beckham.
Yeah, all of that. I mean, I thought Beckham was cast aside a little bit too early, but Sam Allardyce had him in his first squad and he played him in his first game, the one game. And it was time I felt Rooney's time was coming to an end. And there's a time to move someone on at club and international level. And I think for Wales to move forward and grow and become shed that skin of what's been let's be honest, a very, very good Wales side. Mm-hmm. I think that there's some serious soul searching that has to go on, and questions that need to be answered. Yeah. But I'm not going to make it. Only the brilliant Gareth Bale, can make that call.
Okay, well, let's go to David, who is a Man United and Wales fan. David, good evening.
All right, lads, how you doing? Good evening from Cardiff.
Well, look, how you feeling? A bit of a shocking performance from you tonight. The tournament's been a bit of a nightmare for you. Are you proud of the boys, or did you want to see more?
No, I'm proud of the boys. There's not a dry eye in Cardiff or Wales, I can tell you that. I've been out in Cardiff, and it's a completely downbeat atmosphere. I'm taking the positives from it. 64 years since the World Cup, we did absolutely amazing to beat Ukraine in the playoff to get there. But what we were missing was the red wall in the Cardiff City Stadium. That makes all the difference. Wales are shocking away from home. If you look at the form away from home, all the away matches, they play terrible. We needed the fans at the Cardiff City Stadium. If this was a home nations World Cup, we'd have got out of that group with England. But I'm not one of these Wales fans who are bitter. I'm not a hypocrite. I follow the Premier League. All the best to England. I hope they go on to perform, and I hope they win the World Cup, to be honest.
No,
do you really, David?
No, I don't believe you, Dave.
No, I'm not a hypocrite. I follow the Premier League. I follow English football. I'm united in the home nations. Wales, my team, have been eliminated now. So all the best to England. Seriously, I'm not one of these bitter Welsh fans, but very proud of the
bitter.
boys.
You just got to be loyal. You've got to be bitter. There's nothing bitter about it. It's just rivalry and loyalty to your nation. You should want England to get spanked by Senegal, and there'll be nothing wrong with that.
No, I'm not like that, Jason. And
why not? Well, you're not a proper football fan, then, Dave.
I follow the Premier League. My team, Cardiff City, as well. They played in the Premier League with English teams. I'm all for the home nation's brother love. We need some unity in the UK at the moment. So all the best to England. But I tell you what, I think there's going to be a dark horse in this World Cup. If you look at Morocco and how they played against Belgium and how they defended against Croatia, I think we're going to see some good progress by Morocco. They've got a really good team.
Dave, don't you worry about what's going on now, son. You're on your way home. You've packed your bags.
I'm already home.
Get yourself back to Cardiff and start concentrating on the championship.
I'm already in Cardiff, and we got to take positives out of this. I don't know if Bale is going to retire. He likes to come back to Cardiff. If he can get that flight from LA to Cardiff to see the family, etc., he's going to still want to get on it. Same as Ramsey. These boys, they're going to have to get Robert Page to retire them if they want out of the squad.
Dave, can I ask you a question? You said there's not a dry eye in Cardiff right now. You've been in Cardiff, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. What was it like? Just tell us. Just
downbeat, really.
I want to feed off your agony.
Yeah, I mean, after the Iran defeat, it was early in the morning. There was a really sombre atmosphere out in the streets in Cardiff. But tonight, we just took on our fate and our inevitability, really.
Boys, you can't do that. Dave, I'm sorry. We got no control over that whatsoever. Dave, thanks for your call. It's a tough night for Wales. But let's go to Sean, who's a Chelsea and England fan. All right, Sean?
Yeah, good, thank you.
All right, Sean.
Sean, big night for England. And now the question is going to be asked, who does he play in the next game? Rashford, Foden, fantastic tonight.
I think he sticks with a similar team. I think maybe one or two changes in the next game. I think Foden did well, but the opposition were poor. You know, that back four is a mid-table championship side at best. So, to be quite honest, you know, a lot of players that didn't even get up playing could have played tonight.
Yeah, I have to say Wales were disappointed. I couldn't believe they didn't press us. We haven't been really tested, apart from the USA who tried to come after us. But, I mean, Senegal going into that game, they're going to look at it and go, if we sit off England, they'll destroy us because Iran sat off, Wales have sat off, and we've turned them over. If you're Senegal now, you have to go into the next game and press this team.
They're going to be a better opposition than what we've faced so far, and I think I still expect us to win the game, but there's a lot of England fans talking absolute nonsense saying the World Cup's coming home. It's not coming home, you know.
Oh,
no,
I'm sorry.
No, it's not coming home.
Why is it not coming home? Why is it not coming home?
Well, we beat the team that were influenced so far, you know, Wales, Iran, but those teams are what they are. They're group stage World Cup teams. They're not going to get any further than that. You know, you don't beat MK Dons in the FA Cup and think you're going to win the Cup. You know, when you start beating France and Argentina and Brazil, then we can talk about it coming home. But I think, you know, get through the next round and see where we are there.
Do you know what
breaking news.
I'm in kind of Shawnee's camp here because, as I said, when we beat Iran, and you know, a lot of people had a pop at me saying they were worse. Iran offered nothing. They were almost as bad as Wales, not quite as bad as Wales today, but almost.
All these teams are in the top 20 in the world.
Yeah, but I don't care
it's a
about
tough
that.
group.
We've
put them to the sword. We were poor against the USA, but Iran and Wales, they can be tough fixtures. We've put them to the sword. We've attacked. He's played team. He's changed the formation in terms of what he'd normally do. He'd play a 3-4-3. He's stuck with his 4-2-3-1. He freshened it up tonight. That's a big performance.
So the group finished.
I said to you last night, what did I say to you? I said we need to put a marker down against Wales and show the world what we're about. Yeah. Now, Senegal are going to be looking at it thinking, I don't want to play England. Don't want to play England.
So the group, is it a tough group? On paper it was, but in reality, when you do the eyeball test, actually it wasn't a tough group. It wasn't. So the way the group ended actually showed the quality. Wales, the worst side in the group. Iran, not too far in front of them, but finished second bottom. USA, and then England top. That's how the group was, right? But the bottom two, in particular Wales, they were so far behind. They were so bad. The group had to end up like the way it was. I'm still waiting to see. The USA showed us actually that there has to be a different way to play against a certain team like USA. If you're Senegal, and I watched Senegal today, they were good. They were good. They deserved to beat. They deserved to get to the knockout stages. Yeah, and they deserved it. They were good. But they're a physical side. They will keep going. Technically, there's a little bit lacking. But let me tell you, I promise you, I said this last night, underestimate this Senegal or any African side at your peril, because we have to be at our we've got to be better than what we saw against USA, Iran, and we need a better performance in all of those three games I've seen so far.